I don't think you're guaranteed fine, but we could see something like a Slark as like a little bit of a deny pick.
Hmm. I mean, if you want to really just counter out the Primal Beast, you go either Lifestealer or Juggernaut, but Lifestealer's already been banned out.
Okay, they grab the Queen of Pain early here, which
Yeah. We don't see this as often anymore.
not really. But it is a safe lane. Like you don't really see the enemy mid laner. You don't see like the enemy like off lane duel necessarily. So you're just a little bit afraid to pick the carry here. And yeah, they want to see a little bit more of Hokori's draft before they decide to pick their one.
Hmm. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Yeah, I don't know. A Lifestealer would have been like ideal, even though I don't like that hero against the Primal Beast in lane. Anytime he tries to pop his trample, you just activate your rage, then click on him, and he's not doing anything to you.
I mean, a lot of times you can just
But,
like attack him anyway because Ghoul Frenzy
mhm.
slows so much, and you're just
Yep.
healing off feast, and you're like, all right, I'm chilling.
Right. So what do you grab here? I mean, if you're playing against the co-op, one of the heroes we talked about that it's quite a good counter is the Lina.
Yeah, that's
They
exactly what
don't
I was
have anything
thinking.
that's amazing at jumping the back line either. Then you can protect it with the next two bans that you have.
Really just comes down to if Analog wants to play it or if he was planning on playing one of these other heroes. But I think the Lina is probably the safest pick. Like you said, not a lot
Hmm.
that you can do against it. It's a hero that has shown a lot of promise, and there it is.
Yeah, makes sense. Then along, yeah, you probably just want to protect it by getting rid of heroes that have more jump. So potentially want to get rid of a Phantom Assassin. Ricky, you think is just a useless hero right now?
I think if you
You
pick
don't have to worry about his
Ricky,
blink strike.
you're like, I'm curious what the Dota Plus thinks, but I think if you pick Ricky in general, your percentage chance to win is like instantly reduced by like 15 to 20%.
I see.
I think that heroes like starts at a 30% win rate, and then you go up from there based on how bad the enemy team plays, not by how good you play.
How do you feel about Morphling?
They might go for the ban on Morphling. It's definitely actually a pretty good Morphling game. You do have to be a little worried about just the and like the blink pulverize that comes out eventually from Primal Beast if it ends up being a 3 position Primal Beast. But
Hmm.
I think it's actually pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if they ban it here.
Hmm. Get rid of the Templar Assassin on Thunder Awaken. So maybe they're thinking about something like the Sven on uh, TA.
Could be. It's also a Lumiere classic though as well. So
Hmm.
and a hero that plays pretty well in the Tide. At this point, you really need to make sure that like whatever you're picking on the side of Thunder Awaken or on the side of Hokori can like just survive the Tide lane because you know you're gonna win the mid lane.
Yeah.
So if it does well against the Tide lane and comes out ahead, then you're feeling pretty happy. The Slark is like the other hero that I think does pretty well here. They banned the Drow. That would have been a pretty good one. Sniper banned?
TA and Drow gotten rid of here.
Dude, Sniper is not banned.
Yeah, Sniper's not banned. When Drow's
And there's the
they ban
Slark
out
ban.
Slark now.
Yeah, it was a good
Well,
start
get
game
rid
for
of
both teams. That's why I was thinking they might like counter, like deny pick it or
Mhm.
something.
uh, I mean, again, the first thing that comes to mind when I see Drow Ranger banned out is I think the team is going to take a Morphling or a Terrorblade. TB's still in the pool, but it doesn't really solve your problem for getting on top of the Lina.
It
It's
struggles.
basically Quap's job at this point if you don't answer with whatever your safe lane is going to be.
Well, the okay, so they go for the Ursa themselves, which is decent into the Primal Beast lane. Um, I feel like you can just pick Sniper here. I don't know. I don't know what they do if you pick Sniper. It does great in the lane. It kites Ursa pretty easily. Like he has to have like Blink Abyssal, otherwise you just like pike and have Grenade eventually.
I mean, even with Blink Abyssal, you have Pike and Grenade eventually, and do a reasonable job of kiting out the Ursa with just those.
Yeah. The question is like whether or not Primal Beast is enough to play in the front. You could pick up something like a PL here as well. It's not a great hero, but it does have a lot of utility in this game, especially once you have like the shard. You can just like constantly mana burn out these heroes and like leave Lina to really be the carry.
Hmm.
It just does no damage to Tidehunter in lane is the problem. There it is. God, that's such a good Pudge pick.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I am concerned about this Ursa just going out of control this game. I feel like you have a pretty easy time blowing up the Pudge who just wants to fight directly into you. It does go kind of like you say, though. Like, if you can bait out the inner rage and get the bite onto him afterwards, the Ursa will just end up melting. It's going to go very wrong very quickly for one of these two teams. I can say that much.
I'm thinking Hokori's got this one without a doubt.
Right.
I look at these drafts. Yes, Ursa's lane is going to be okay, but this Pudge is going to be completely uncontested the entire game. And even if Ursa is super farmed and is like, all right, well, we'll just run the Ursa at the Pudge, it's not really going to work that way. Because he just BKB and wait and just dismember you through like all of your abilities, and at that point, Knight's just gonna have a really rough time. So, I don't know. We saw yesterday Lumiere get a really early Vanguard on this hero. It was Lumiere, right? Who played it? I'm almost positive. He got a super early Vanguard and was allowed to just sit in the safe lane for 13.5 minutes. He ended up having like a 16-minute Aghanim Scepter. Like, it was a huge problem.
Oh my god, I didn't realize Steel acquired that many games.
I didn't see it. How many was it?
9,500 in Dota.
That's a lot. Not even remotely close to that. How many games Dota do you have, Neph?
Between my accounts, and let me take a look. Oh god, I have 7,500 just on this account.
Jeez, Neph. It's a lot.
I probably have another like 5,000 to 7,500 on my other account.
Do turbo games count on your games played?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't play that much turbo though.
God, this new Snapfire set, this one was unquestionably the best. You know, looking back at them, this one was very good.
I didn't think that I had that many games played because I played a lot of in-houses as well, and I haven't been playing as much this last year. I've just been watching a lot of Dota, more than I thought I did. But I guess it makes sense that I've spent my last several years of my life just Dota. Anyway, let's focus on the game here, Ricky.
Yeah, no worries, dude. It's fine. Just you'll deal with that existential crisis later.
Yeah, we'll do that after the last series of today, which I will get to break down at the Burger King because it's still going to be open after
last game. Are you going to get me
it
some?
It wasn't yesterday. Yeah, I'll get you some.
Nice, thanks, man.
Disconnect from the Ursa. It really doesn't help me with having my crises, I gotta say. Not very distracting here. I'm not pleased with you right now, Thunder Awaken. But let's talk about these lanes right now. We can break down the game if nothing else. Titan decided to start just Iron Branches and a Magic Wand, going all stats. He's gonna send himself out probably some Tangos and Mangoes at the beginning of the game after they get bounty runes, but if they commit super hard onto him and try to punish him for going all stats at the beginning of the game, he won't be able to get close to the lane at all. How the runes end up going?
I actually like that Thunder Awaken did the research. They didn't bother contesting this bottom rune here because every single time Lumiere cuts the trees on the high ground and just sits there with Hook.
However,
what?
That means that you get one bounty rune at the start of your game. It means your Tidehunter's coming to lane with absolutely nothing.
Well, I mean, if you die, it's probably worse, though.
Yeah. You're just coming to lane with 860 HP, and you have a pretty easy time securing yourself a CS if you go first point in the Anchor Smash here, but if I'm Gardic, I see you come to lane with no regen. I try to bring the heart on. Oh, you hate to see it.
I think they were just slightly miscommunicated. Like they just weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
We've seen Lumiere hit some insane hooks on this hero, so.
Yeah. It pushes in. Titan is going to be reasonably safe going for these. He sends out his tangos right away, though. They don't actually put a lot of harass onto him, which is kind of surprising. I guess all Pudge can really do is like walk at him, try to click him down at the moment, maybe throw out a hook.
Yeah.
But not a great hero at level 1 for putting up harass.
Yeah, that being said, once you get to level 2, this lane gets very scary. Yeah. Dude, they got both range creep denies here.
Yeah. Quite well.
One thing I will say, I really appreciate that his Pudge has the Voorhees mask. That thing is so sick. It's one of the best cosmetics. Jason Voorhees?
Nope.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I know my cool friend Jason. I don't think you've met him though.
He's probably not very cool then.
He is very cool. Shout out to Jason. I don't think he's watching.
Hook and a miss bottom lane again. Sorry, we're just gonna. This is where all the action's gonna be happening in this lane. I don't feel like any other lane is gonna be super exciting.
Don't you lie to the viewers.
I mean, I do. That's true. Analog versus Alone mid lane. The Lina versus the Queen of Pain. It's just pretty heavily Lina favored at this point. So can't imagine Alone's gonna have a real fun time here.
He will not. But you know, if action is going to come out, it's going to come off the back of a hook landing. Unfortunately, he keeps on dropping Frostbite and Crystal Nova, and he hasn't managed to connect any of these hooks.
I mean, they got a really solid pull here too.
You don't need to worry about that one. I think he ended up missing. Oh, he doesn't have Light Strike Array on Analog, actually. He's so confident that Alone is going to walk up to him like that he doesn't go Light Strike Array, and because of that, Alone walks up to him and throws out Shadow Strikes.
There. Wow, that's a lot of damage from the minus armor there. Sorry, I'm watching bottom mostly.
Analog opted not to go Light Strike Array until level 4, and so Alone actually went 2 points into the Shadow Strike against Alina.
Yeah, which you do not normally see. Okay, they're just having a good time.
He finally ends up grabbing a point though. So. Now Analog can punish Alone if he walks up into this. He's going to keep his Fiery Soul stacks maxed out. How are we looking? All right. If someone were to like TP and min and refill the cloth bottle, Analog could like potentially go down here, but he's going to be safe for now.
Yeah, we might see something like that happen in one of the side lanes, but as of right now, oh, there we finally get the Frostbite into hook, and first blood will go to Gardic. It's one of those things you just got 100 to 0 on the Hoodwink. It's just 600 damage worth of spells.
We only have 600 max HP, so yeah, that'll do it.
So gotta be very careful.
I did mention that you know, she needed a little bit more mana to work with, so she ended up giving up a wave. She farms it under the tower afterwards, but she's forced to give up a wave. Kind of it moves over to the bounty rune, grabs that one that grips a water rune immediately afterwards, and Lina's gonna do the exact same thing in reverse order. Grab water rune, then bounty.
Oh, nice bushwhack catch there on Michael. Manages to punish the Crystal Maiden this time.
Too far forward there on Gardic. He died with like full mana as well. It's unfortunate. Like, be able to at least expend your spells first, but we'll be able to TP into the mid lane and refill Analog's bottle here in a second. He's pretty low on mana. Actually, he's just going straight back down bottom again.
Yeah, his courier's down there with so much stuff on it, so I think he just wanted to be near it. Picks up the raindrops, stick, mangoes, tangos, clarities. Like, he's just like, all right, time to regen the lane. Let's go.
It is so rare these days for the supports to die and then not refill bottles over in mid.
Yeah, it really is.
Alone is okay. I thought he was gonna play aggressive and blink forward onto the Lina.
3 points Shadow Strike, man.
Yep. In fact, he might do it. He does. He jumps forward, but doesn't have enough mana to drop another Shadow Strike off into him.
Dude, Alone is gaming,
to walk all the way
man.
back to base, though. I mean, Lina's up like 10 last hit / denies on him. But that's to be expected.
Yeah.
Alone like played kind of aggressive and risked what the skill build on his Lina would be. He saw that he went 2 points in the Dragon Slave when the damage came out. He's like, okay, I can actually go points into my dagger here. I'm not going to get punished super hard trading with Lina. Took
Top lane.
advantage of it.
Vitali here, trying to stay on top of Knight. The Cookie to just continue to stun him down, but slowed up so much by that Jakiro, and he doesn't have much damage left. Delacor trying to offer some assistance, but they will just back away. It's a 6-minute rune timing that we're waiting for, and it's going to be an Arcane picked up on Michael.
Yeah.
Cardic has to walk away.
We're forced to move away from the Primal Beast after that. He was sitting on 4 upper stacks. If he went to a 5th, he would have just popped that, ran you down.
Looks like Dyer's courier just bit the bucket.
Bottom lane, Titan trying to put the hurt onto Lumiere, and Michael's coming down.
Michael
here
can
with,
for sure. Oh no!
For sure, Ricky.
I mean,
sure?
if he hit it, he was dead because they had Gush coming off cooldown, and that would have been more than enough minus armor. He could have planted it, you know, with the acorn.
Maybe he thought Titan was gonna plant the tree for him.
Oh, maybe. Oh, Nice frostbite on the backside from the Crystal Maiden. Actually, just enough range to prevent that bushwhack from connecting.
Yeah. Top lane, they try to go on to Excel. The cookie doesn't connect, so they're gonna move away again. Lucky. Analog's actually the one farming up the jungle now. Doesn't want to run into the lane against alone. Nobody has his level 6.
Pudge actually just went straight phase boots, and he's queuing up like an Aghanim Scepter rather than going for like a Vanguard or anything, which is pretty strange. I mean, it's a little odd. I can't say the last time I saw a Pudge not go either a Vanguard or a Hooded Defiance, and this is kind of why. The hero does not sustain in the lane super well. They're going to try and just chase him down. Tidehunter catches the Frostbite, but a nice bushwhack is there. Lumiere, I mean, he's got a hook available, but...
Do you really want to hook the Tidehunter is the question.
It's just... Okay, there it is. He gets level 6 now. There's his sustain.
Yeah. You have to keep in mind, Tidehunter does have 1 point in the Kraken Shell. So there's a damage threshold on this thing, though. So they're not going to be able to 100 to 0 this Tidehunter without him being able to pop a Ravage.
Top lane, nice find there to take down Thelacore.
Yeah, I'm looking for Vitaly as well. He does have Onslaught to work with, though, so he's going to walk away.
8-minute runes. It's going to be an illusion, this time again on the bottom. So Analog will bottle that one up.
Alone is actually Mind Flayed Analog. You see him drop the Light Trickery onto the rune? He's just afraid that Alone's going to blink onto it.
Yeah. Thelacore comes for a nice bottle refill in mid.
Alone's actually just done mental damage to this guy. This is crazy.
Yeah, but Lena's still farming pretty well. Top of the net worth, basically, right there with the Ursa.
Yeah. You are winning. I'll give you that. I'm impressed with the mental damage that Alone is causing to him. Oh. Bottom lane, Lumia is getting zoned out by the Tidehunter still.
Oh, top lane. Nice catch there. Vitaly plus Thelacore able to finish him up, but Alone comes in. He's got that Sonic Wave available. And Pulverize tries to do what he can, but of course, Ursa just dodging out pretty much all that damage Alone. No blink to chase for Thelacore, so they'll take the 1-for-1 trade. Oh, wait a minute. Alone's not done. Oh, he stayed. Dude, that level 4 dagger is going to do so much damage here. He's got 10 stick charges, but...
Bottom lane.
Did he get a hook?
He did. He choked Tidehunter underneath the tower, but he just gave up afterwards.
Oh, he ravaged him too.
Instead of... Yeah. The Ravage ends up getting committed and walks away on the CM. I think the Pudge would have died as well if he tried to stay onto the Tide.
Yeah, he needs to wait for his Dismember here.
Nice. If he can get a hook off onto someone,
my god, he's good.
He bushwalks instantly, though.
Is he fast enough? I think he is. Yeah, Dismember's there into that rot. Even the rotation from Lena. Analog coming in to help out. They will be able to trade 2 for 1, but now the rest of Thunder Awaken is here. Analog got baited. TP not going to be successful. Huge win there for Thunder Awaken, slowing down this Pudge. And the Lena, for that matter.
Show me the net worth right now. Yeah, Tidehunter's actually ahead of the Pudge on now. He's like 400 up on him right now. That's doing great. Wow. You try to avoid going out of your way and build this Aghanim Scepter as quick as possible. He's forced at the very least to build this cloak on the Pudge now. Realizes that he needs a little bit of magic resist. But I'm not sure he has enough regen without the Vanguard, man.
Yeah, it is a little odd. Vitaly gonna try and dive here, but not gonna be able to find Michael. Hook not on the mark this time. Lumiere, he's going fishing, but
he ain't catching shit.
Not that time. All right, Lena's up to the top lane. 3 heroes here. They want to try and just trade for the tier 1 towers as Knights. Trying to put some pressure on bottom with the help of the Jakiro there.
Oh, Gardic is in the mid lane. They'd be so afraid of the clock right now.
Yeah, those 4 points dagger are just super rough to play against. It just chews through your raindrop as well.
Losing all of his raindrop charges. Michael's over here as well, but you pinged this one out on CM, so I'm coming. It was under that analog board over there, so I'm walk up onto the hill. What's our Ursa status? He's going for
Battle Fury.
A Battle Fury this game as well. I mean, this is what we saw from the Ursa Dog Champ was playing. He's like 700 gold off of it now, so he's making a decent time, but he's actually top of the net worth right now. If he can keep up this pace, he will just outfarm absolutely everyone. Pudge does start accelerating pretty quickly after his eggs comes out. But he's definitely further behind where he wants to be at the moment.
Dyer's top tower is really taking a beat.
Well, they're managing to hold their mid towers here for both teams. Alone is pretty stable on this Queen of Pain. Like, getting hit by a dagger right now is really frustrating because it's just going to do a ton of damage to you and you can't really play around it. But that being said, because she didn't have those early points in Scream of Pain, she didn't really rotate a lot.
Yeah. He's contesting the CS with the dual breath and the anchor smash. But he also come in on Hokori and chase the Jakiro the Tiger out of the jungle now. So this Observer Ward will give. Oh, sorry, Sentry Ward.
That's a DD. Oh my god, the damage from Alone right now, actually.
How come that Sentry Ward looks like an Observer to me?
Which one?
It's right by the outpost. Northwest of the outpost.
The one is an Observer. Are you asking why it looks like a sentry?
Yeah.
Oh, it does say sentry.
Oh, it's called a Sentry Ward. That's why. He named it Sentry Ward.
That's clever.
I was looking at it, like it's yellow / orange, not blue. What?
I'm like, yeah, that is an obs, my friend. I don't know what you're talking about.
God. I hate Gardic now.
I don't think he's the first person to do this. I think I've seen some other players do this as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it looks like an Observer. It doesn't have true sight. What's wrong with it? Okay, back on top.
Neph is now the mind flayed one.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind over here.
Battle Fury done on the Ursa, and he's gonna be able to pull away here pretty quick. Just queuing up that BKB next into the Blink Dagger. All gonna be really important stuff for him this game.
Thunder is well on his way to finishing the Wraith Pack Totem. It's like 1200 gold off of it right now.
Lumiere is still struggling to get to that Ags, but I mean, his timing isn't bad. He has the phase boots done. He's about 1200 gold away.
Queen of Pain's going for Witchblade. Yeah, I don't think anyone really wants to fight into each other at the moment. Everyone's like half finished to 3/4 finished their first items. Oh. These will be slow for the next little bit. You did buy a smoke on the snap fight. I mean, you could potentially look for something with Mortimer Kisses alongside Lumiere on the Pudge. Like,
Illusion.
you might find the kill on to Tide with the damage from Snapfire and Pudge, but let's assume he doesn't go back. He actually starts moving back when these range creeps are half dead. You see Pudge moving towards him underneath his Observer Ward that Excel placed earlier. You give up a little bit of gold, but you just feel threatened there.
Worthy tribute.
Pain almost has the Witchblade.
And Pudge is like 750 gold away from his Agnem Scepter. That's when things will pick up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, he might just continue farming, to be honest, because he does need to get like a Blink Dagger or a BKB. Lena's BKB is going to be out pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, all these things are coming around the same time, so things will pick up.
Both teams just content farming. It is 4-6. This is one of the lowest kill score games we've seen in a while.
Yeah, it's been bloodbaths today. This has been quite the opposite. This is still quite far from his BKB, so he'll take advantage of his Battle Fury if they let him. But again, once this is done on Pudge and Melina, they're going to be hunting. Lena might have to go back to base and get a little bit more mana first, unless you get really lucky and find yourself a regen. Arcane Rune is nice, but I'm not sure that's going to cut it. And then they finally kill on the Gardic.
Yeah, quick little pick off there.
Yeah, it was just scouting out the rune.
Yeah. Bottom lane, it looks like they want to try and run down Lumiere. I mean, he's got an Aghanim Scepter coming.
Ags is coming.
But, I mean, there is a Ravage. Just going to pop it right away with Michael here as well. I think he's dead. Mortimer Kiss is trying to buy him some time, but it's not going to be enough. Didn't get the Flesh Heap off.
No, he didn't. I mean, I think he was just waiting for the Aghanim Scepter, and so wanted to pop the Flesh Heap once that one had arrived, so it wasn't just taking massive damage from himself.
Yeah.
So he's hoping to turn that one around with like Raw, Flesh Heap Activate, and Dismember on the Tidehunter, but couldn't clutch it out. Has it done now, so again, he'll look for kills once he's up. Lena's sitting at nearly full mana, has the BKB done. This is Hokori's time.
Don't look now.
Excel just drops the macro pyramid to clear out a couple waves and
Like this,
slow
in
down
fact,
the tower
needs
push,
to happen
but-
down, in my opinion, because you need to be able to take this fight before Ursa finishes up his BKB. And he's not far off right now. He's only like 600 gold away. He built a Mithril Hammer as his first component.
Yeah. Lumiere went for the hook, doesn't connect. They still managed to get the tier 1 tower, and they are going to get a nice D ward here as well. Do they just go Roche is the question.
With what carry? I mean, they've got
I mean,
Lena that
you have Lena
can
and
put in right-click damage.
I mean, Pudge getting the full duration Dismember is pretty good too, but
Kinda, but I mean, that all comes out, you'll know right away. It's global sound.
yeah.
And do you really want to fight inside the pit when they've got like Macro Pie or Quapult to work with?
Oh, Gardic was a little bit asleep at the wheel there as he sees Alone come across the edge.
BKB is done on the Ursa now. It's flying out to him.
All right, they're going to go into the
And
Roche.
they are doing Roshan like you said, but let's just TP over to this. Are they gonna...
I mean, you have to be able
get
to
away with it.
You have to be able to get this. Yeah, there's the pings. And I think with that, they do manage to take it fast enough. Lumiere's still taking a ton of damage, but yeah, with the reactivation of the Flesh Heap there, they will grab it. And Analog gets himself the Aegis. It's really
Far away
important.
from the pit there.
Yeah, it's really important they get that before the Ursa does.
Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated. Okay, fine. You can
And that's exactly where Ursa was going to go next. Now the BKB's done. I guess he's just going to continue farming until he gets his Blink Dagger. We talked about the fact they have nobody that's good at jumping the backline, getting on top of the Lena. Obviously, Ursa solve that if he gets the Blink. He probably needs a Basher as well. But Blink BKB is a decent start.
They're just delaying this mid push. They want to put as much pressure onto the top tier 2 as they can as they force the enemy forward as well. And I mean, I don't know if Thunder Awaken can actually respond in time to stop this. They can try and come across the map here. Lumiere.
They've got TPs.
All right, they smoke. They're going to go for it. They actually have no vision behind them. Vitali does have a BKB, but
Yeah. Let's see if Alone tries to wrap around the left. And Michael is. You can catch a lot of heroes in a bushwhack.
oh, nice bushwhack. Oh, the stun, it actually prevents the Ravage. They're going to get the BKBs off now, but Knight just burns through that Primal Beast. They take down that totem on the backside, but Pudge, he has to just leave. He's got the Ravage still. He just lets it rip, holding the Pudge into place. He tries to do what damage he can, but it's not going to happen. 3 heroes dead now on the side of Hokori as they're going to try and get out here on Thelacor, but it's not looking good. Nice Ice Pass to follow it up. And it's going to be a double kill for Excel there. Big win there for Thunder Awaken. 4 for 1.
Nice attempt to TP out there on the Pudge, but yeah, they're holding the Ravage the whole time. They actually managed to clip the Crystal Maiden on the backside of that too, while she's in underneath the Macro Pyre. Not surprising they win that team fight, even after you got the disadvantage on the side of Hokori. He just hit so many timings on Thunder Awaken.
Yeah, the Ursa absolutely destroyed that Primal Beast.
Yeah, he's almost got his Blink Dagger as well, so now he's going to be hunting for Lena. Not easy. And he might be a little bit hesitant to go on top of her now that she's got the Aegis, but you can take her out of the fights at the very least. She completed a Shadow Blade, so Ursa's going to have to carry Dust if he wants to try to catch her on the backside. Does he have that flying out? No, just TP and a Blink Dagger right now.
They're smoked up here, heading into the triangle. There's a Tidehunter and a Hoodwink. I mean, these are not bad pickoffs if they can get them, but the initiation is not going to be easy. Right, you don't have the Blink Dagger on Vitali. Ooh, he is going to run into the Tidehunter. Not
You got
the
a tier
best
1 tower
hero,
here,
but
though. They can respond if they want to.
yeah. I mean, you can drop Pulverize and stuff, but he has Kraken Shell. They're going to try and just chew through the Wraith Pact. But oh my god.
I ended up doing a lot of damage to him.
Hoodwink, hello.
Yeah. Pudge gonna try to grab one of the heroes as they're walking back, but doesn't manage to connect the hook with anything.
Again,
Yeah, not enough damage to take down Tyler. No one wanted to react to that one either. They're like, yeah, he'll be fine. He's beside the tower. He's got Defiance and Wraith Pack. They can't kill him. He's too tanky.
yeah. They definitely need a Blink Dagger on like the Pudge or the Primal Beast. Which Primal Beast is queuing up the Aghanim Scepter. Ooh, bottom lane. Knight just quick kill there onto the Snapfire, and he's looking really strong right now. Queuing up the Basher next.
Yeah. You almost got it too.
Dude,
Just
alone
1,000
is...
gold off.
Do you see this? He's just sitting on 3,000 gold and a Witchblade. He hasn't quite decided what he wants to build yet. What do you think he
have
needs?
a lot of options.
You just go BKB?
Probably BKB. It is kind of hard to decide this game. I would probably just go BKB though. At the very least, Pudge is enabled like 100 to 0 you with Rot.
It's one of those games that Lincoln's is also incredibly good.
Yeah. Third item Lincoln's feels not so bad. Second item Lincoln's
Kind of rough.
questionable.
Yeah. Well, Pudge has the blink now. They're going to smoke up on the low ground there. They get the scan. Analog's just running forward, seeing if he can find anyone. They don't have detection. There's the LSA right under the Jakiro. He just commits the whole kit. And Vitaly's going to be there to help clean him up. TP out from the Tidehunter. The rest of the heroes trying to run away. Lumiere doesn't get lucky here. Bushwhack off the mark. Wait a minute. The hook not going to connect either. In comes Vitaly, though, the BKB, but Lumiere just responds with a full duration dismember. He's going to hit the enrage, though. Cookie's not going to come out in time. Knight just doing so much damage here.
Him.
But there it is, the pulverize. The tree can't come out, and Analog just barely surviving. 8 seconds on the Aegis. As Gardic on the front side of the fight, he's going to go down. One more auto attack there from Alone to clean things up. I mean...
He just expire on Analog, and it looked like you wanted to go back in. He did pop the Shadow Blade.
Ends up being a 2-for-1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it worth it getting the Ursa?
Ones. You get the Ursa, and you also lose the... It seemed like it was worth it, though. Ursa was top net worth hero, so despite the fact that it was 2-for-1, net worth advantage goes their way for the side of Hokori.
It's one of those things that if the Pudge can get like a full duration dismember on the Ursa in the late game for sure, Lina can just blow him up. But they all have to like have BKBs to not get like ravaged and stuff like that. There's a Silver Edge now completed on the Lina, so no more Kraken Shell for the Tidehunter. Oh, hook! Oh my goodness, Lumiere, so close with that one.
He got the neutral item for the 125 extra cast range. That wouldn't have been even close without it. But
yeah. I actually really like this item on heroes like Pudge and other ones. Like, it was
losing.
It got
15%. Go ahead.
Well, it used to be like 20 or 25%, but oh, we got the bash. Oh my gosh, Vitaly on the run. Does he get out of this? There's no way, right?
I mean, he's got no blink dagger and he's got no mana.
Dude,
he could pop the stick and then
hiding in plain sight. He's out.
Yeah, right. He's out.
What an ankle break. Well done by Vitaly. Dude, they're just still searching.
With the bash, lucky escape though.
Yeah.
Actually, all skill, no luck.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's be real here.
Analog gets a tier 2 tower during that whole fiasco bottom, so outpost will be secured. And with that, I think Thunder Awaken should be able to just trade for towers here. I don't know if they want to actually fight this. It'd be really scary.
They have a lot of vision around this tower. The only place you could take the fight realistically would be like behind the trees here, but you'd be doing that into a Ravage. Not so fun. So they're gonna dodge.
Alright. Analog's queuing up an Eye of Scotty. How do you feel about that? As opposed to like the Daedalus / like MKB plays we've been seeing. Oh, Ward drop. Lumiere goes in, gets a dismember, but there's the Ravage right away. And goodbye, Pudge. Absolutely blown apart. You've lost the Jakiro. And Knight, he's got his hands onto Analog. The Lina needs help, but a big freezing field. They can't cancel it this time. Pulverize doing work as well. Knight able to get away, but they're chasing down the Lina. It's going to be Alone to help finish him off. They all survive on Thunder Awaken on just slivers of HP. Another big one fight for them.
Yeah, getting the Lina is the biggest deal, though. Finally managed to get their hands onto Analog after he pops that BKB. Crystalman got like a full duration ultimate off there. No one was able to interrupt it. He did a lot of damage in that fight, but this Ursa is just overwhelmingly strong now.
Yeah. Again, you have to have that BKB.
This is something I was worried about.
Like if you go for the full duration, you know, dismember onto the Ursa with the BKBs, you might be able to blow him up, but It just gets instantly canceled by the Tidehunter Ravage.
Yep. Late game, it's going to be a problem as well.
Oh, Hook under the tower. He gets the enrage off. Cookie to chase and follow this one up.
Ghost
Knight
Scepter stop him from grabbing
up onto the high ground. Vitaly continue the chase. He's going to regret this one. There's the pulverize, but he can just turn this one around if he wants and ends up not even needing the help anyway. Tidehunter just gets hooked down to the low ground. Lumiere should be able to find this kill here in just a matter of moments. Cookie on forward. The blink connects. He's got a hook in a couple of seconds. They might keep looking for more.
Alone is one blink left.
They're looking for Excel. He's got a force staff. Pudge, does he see him? Goes for the TP.
He's gonna manage to get
he had
out.
no idea.
Not quite enough cast range, even with the neutral item.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting
Oh, they managed to escape there. Lose Primal, not great. They managed to catch the Tidehunter though. Okay, here's what I'm concerned about right now. You talk about the getting the dismember off all the BKBs active and wasting a lot of the duration of the BKB. What happens when the Ursa gets the Aghanim Scepter?
Well, usually you wait it's gonna be a while before you get the Ags. But yeah, once you have Ags, that is a huge issue. You pretty much have to kite the Ursa at that point. Things like Ewel's and Halberd, stuff like that, which I don't think they have anyone building Ewel's or anything like it.
What if it gets it from Roche?
Yeah, that's very possible. Ooh, they found Gardic. And that's a bushwhack Cookie to try and get him away, but yeah, he just takes out two alone. Just so much damage from the dagger there. Pudge is going to TP out as well. Wait a minute. Analog, he finds alone. Up on the high ground. He doesn't get the blink.
It doesn't matter. He dies anyways.
Okay, that was sick. Excel in some trouble as well. The BKB comes out from Vitaly into the pulverize. They get themselves 2 kills now. An hook from Lumiere, make it 3. There's the Ravage, though. They turn around. Lena gets absolutely crushed. The follow-up from the Tendrils. The Ursa is just way too strong. Lumiere with the Ghost Scepter trying to get away, but he dies anyway to the Wraith Pack. It's a double
How did
kill.
they fight into that?
They just crushed them 4v2.
And now Roche respawns. They're going to take this one so easy. My God, I thought he was a psycho to jump into that, but the Tendrils ended up making the difference. They have enough disable to kill them both. Cleave them down with the Battle Fury as well. I just see how much damage just the Cleave did there.
Yeah, he did 7,200 damage on the Ursa.
Yeah, he went straight for the Lina, ended up hitting him for like his entire HP pool during that stun. I think it was just Battle Fury damage.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Just 6 attacks did 2,200 damage.
Yeah. You get those off all instantly thanks to the overpower.
That's it for Radiant's middle tower.
Bottom lane. Gardic trying to TP on home. Not going to make it. Alone pops him. Sonic Wave committed for that one, but without a Crystal Maiden, still pretty good.
You have buyback available. Lena's going to come back up in 8 seconds. Taking this tower is a bit of a tall order.
Primal Beast did just get his Ags, which is something. Oh. Dismember holding Knight back. In comes Vitaly as well. They just can't really stick on the Ursa thanks to the shard now that he picked up.
Yeah. I think it's time to leave now, though. Ravage is on cooldown for another 60 seconds. They didn't quite have BKB up on the Ursa when they went on him either. Sometimes you forget just how much damage this Ursa can do, though, until you see him take a fight like that.
Yeah, he's so
I really do
far
like
ahead.
this new talent. The shock talent, applying Fury Swipe stacks.
Oh, that's so good. It's one of the best. It's I think one of the reasons Ursa got like back into the meta, to be honest. You got like the reset timer at 8, and then the Fury Swipe applying damage is just so good. Or the Earth Shock applying Fury Swipe damage.
There's some deep wards giving them vision, so if they try to cross the mid lane here on Thunder Awaken, they will catch them out. In fact, I figure that they're probably around the hard camp, but they realize what they're up to on Hokori, and they're just going to move back into their base. I'm not sure Analog can go far enough out onto this tower.
They've got a huge wave. Alone
is smoked.
Looking for someone, but
I think Ursa's smoke just popped.
Smoke popped on Thealcore. He actually gets the blink. He has a cookie and a forest. He's deep into the trees, trying to TP on home. Tendrils off the mark. Ice Path off the mark.
Nothing's gonna find him, so they all get out.
Very clean escape.
Knight's just gonna TP straight up to the top lane and maybe run for Vitaly, question mark?
Oh, yeah, he is indeed. Gets the bash into the Abyssal, the tendrils to follow. And chainstun him down with ease.
Double use of overpower. Makes quick work of him. I think you saw Pudge for a half a second on the edge of that observer ward.
So what's got to change here for Hokori? Because they are definitely on the back foot. An 8k gold lead here for Thunder Awaken. Ursa still got 2 minutes on the Aegis. I mean, Lumiere mid lane goes for the blink to dismember, but there's an immediate Ravage turnaround, and Pudge has fallen fast, trying to TP on home. Doesn't get the Abyssal Blade in time. He's going to survive. No way.
Yeah, maybe Knight thought that he had enough damage, didn't need to commit the Abyssal.
Maybe he didn't make it in range.
Bottom lane, Hokori tries to put his dancing shoes on and get away from alone, but he's gonna blink up on top of the high ground.
Like, all right, I see you, man.
Yeah.
That's a good high five right there. I like that one.
I punch those numbers in my calculator, it makes a happy face.
Grabs him. It's nice that Lumiere managed to dodge out that death, but their backs are against the wall. What they need to change, I mean, you have damage to be able to blow up heroes. This Silver Edge on Lina is going to do work, but you need to pull someone back into your base while Ravage is on cooldown, I think.
She's
so good at resetting fights at the moment.
I'm surprised she's not holding like the Elven Tunic for evasion or something on the Lina.
She just needs damage. We have to blow heroes up right now. Like you need to get somebody during a dismember. And this item is just 40 damage, 15 attack speed. It's a lot.
If you're a fan of Radiant's top tower, I shut my eyes.
All right, tier 2 tower in the top lane. The last one standing here is Knight. Just starts to bring this one down. He's got his Swift Blink coming out on the courier right now. And he just expiring in about 30 seconds, so he's having a great time. Aeon Disc actually queued up for the Tidehunter, so he sees that break on the Lina and just realizes, like, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to get an Aeon Disc, make sure I can always get the Ravage off. Knight back into the bottom lane. He had a ward here that scouted Vitaly. Oh, he's looking for him. Into the trees he goes. He's got a Blast Rig, though. And he's got an Abyssal. There's no way you're out on this one. Can he get away, though, is the question.
He's dropping the break on him, so he's not hitting him with... oh
my god, he BKB'd for that. I mean, they get Excel mid lane. Gardick's going to be able to TP out. But, yeah, I mean, Ursa is just so damn strong right now.
Yeah. Well, they got another 3 minutes until we're going to see when the next Roche spawn is. Okay. Yeah, another 3 minutes until we see when the next Roche is. So maybe Hokori just continue to buy themselves time.
Dude, once he gets the +3 overpower attacks on the Ursa here at 25, like, no hero can survive through that damage.
Rage provides half benefits to allies in a 700 radius. That's kind of neat.
It's kind of neat, but I'd just rather have 9 attacks, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just way too
You'd
good.
definitely rather have 9 attacks.
Maximum unpause.
Then I'm surprised that it's such a long explanation on what the 25 does there.
Hmm?
Some other abilities, like corrosive skin on Viper, just says like +6 corrosive skin. Like, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
It's just +6, dude. What do you mean?
Maybe it said +6 stats to corrosive skin. You know, you fit in one more word and would explain what it does, and this one is like a full paragraph on what the Ursus does.
Yeah,
well, a sentence, not a paragraph.
Yeah.
Exaggerating slightly. You get what I mean.
I think you can technically have a paragraph be one sentence.
Don't you English me.
It's okay.
I ain't going back to school.
That's
ain't
alright.
no way.
I don't blame you. I still have PTSD from school.
Went to the school of NA math, and that's it. I never went to the school of NA English.
I think, you know, you didn't really have to say that. I think most people just assumed.
Yeah, they've listened to your casting, Neph. They know that you don't speak English.
Oh, man. Alone, just waiting for Gardic to show himself, but never mind. He's just gonna back away. Oh, Alone blinks in.
Right
Analog
now.
was here waiting for him. The damage is enough for sure. As they
Other side of
finally
the map,
find a kill
Bud
for
showed
the first
himself
time.
under the ward.
Oh, yeah, he did. And Lumiere, you can't survive through that damage.
Dyer's historical
So they managed to find Alone on the other side. That was probably the more important one. Finding the kill on the Quap was a pretty big deal, but I think they're just gonna walk up high ground with that. Pud is dead, no buyback available.
Yeah, this is definitely like a Sag Pudge game for sure. Because you just like never end up having to go items like this. Like he just has Aether Lens, Ghost Scepter, he's queuing up an Octarine. Like this, that's a real rough game.
I mean, again, they figure the solution is just hooking someone into the base from really far away. So Aether lands at cooldown reduction on your hook, I suppose.
That's exactly
30
what it
seconds
is.
till he's back up. So right now they don't have the wave defending their base. And Ursa will get to work here on your Raxes. Looks like they're backing up now. Roche is going to be a fairly quick respawn, by the way. Like 1 minute in total. No. Ursa could potentially get that Aghanim Scepter that we were talking about. And
That would be
kinda
huge.
take away your condition.
Oh, timeless relic, man. I'm not sure if they give this to Jakiro or if they give it to the Tidehunter, but both are very good.
It's good on Quap too. It's a lot of spell damage.
Yeah, Quap will probably take it. You're right. She gets her Lincoln Sphere now as well, so no more getting dismembered. This is one of the best counters to a Pudge core game is just buying a Lincoln Sphere.
All right. Roshan has responded and is in fact the Aghanim's blessing on it.
Oh boy. There's an MKB on the Lina. So Analog does a ton of damage if he's able to actually stick on a hero. The problem is this Ursa is just way too strong. You've got the Ravage to follow it up. They're going to smoke both teams under the cover of it.
Yeah. The Hokori know that Roshan is back up. They scouted that one with a Crystal
Gardic's
Nova.
going to scout it with his
Gardic,
body.
No, it's the last place you want to be.
Warmer Kisses are coming through. They actually get the breaker on the Tidehunter. He needs the Aeon Disc to proc. He does right there. The Pulverize come through. He's still alive. Gets the Wraith back down. Gets the Ravage. The hook.
Ravage
Gonna
is
pull
number one.
Vitality to safety. And honestly, with Ravage down, that could be a go sign for Hokori. They did buy back into the game here on the Crystal Main, but she gets found in the trees. No! A dieback right away. Vitality's caught out as well. He's going to try and onslaught away, but no, gets instantly caught. Pops the over, I don't know what this thing's called. Uproar, thank you.
Uproar's pop, but yeah,
I was saying
he gets caught as
overroar,
well.
but you know, there's a lot of spells. It's late, okay? We've casted like 20 hours of Dota in 2 days.
Ricky's struggling with these wizard battles here.
It's a lot. Nah, at this point, Knight gets himself his Aghanim Scepter. I don't think you're ever gonna kill this Ursa again.
Feels
Wait,
good, man.
Delacor goes in, tries to yoink something, comes out empty-handed.
Unlucky. Who got the cheese? It was Queen of Pain got
Queen
the
of
cheese.
Pain, yeah.
Yep. Got the Aghanim's blessing, the Aegis on the Ursa. It was a nice try there by the Snapfire, but I think this is the beginning of the end. Like you mentioned, no real solution for this Ursa anymore. Like, your way of grabbing him was hook and then Aether Lens dismember onto him. Like, as he's coming towards you, you have enough cast range to... Yeah, that's not the one you want.
Does not get an opportunity to pop the Ghost Scepter, instantly dies, and has no buyback, so...
I mean, even if you hook the Ursa in there, even if you dismember him, he presses the Enrage immediately afterwards, and you die.
Yep. Well, Aeon Disc gets popped on the Tidehunter. Gardic, he's trying to do something here, trying to get some help. I know what's gonna happen. The blink. There's the Ravage that catches the Lina. The Tendrils to follow. Ursa comes in. It's his turn to clean up, baby. The Enrage not gonna save him. Oh boy. Delacor, he's hiding in the trees, gets
there
found,
it is.
and there's the GG.
They realize that this is about to become a fountain farming situation, so they tap out. GG is called. Thunder Awaken managed to take this series 2-1.
2-0. Sick plays all around from them, man.
Yeah, I can see why Alone has chosen to play with Thunder Awaken now rather than Wildcard at this point. Wildcard was telling me that they made him an offer, and it's just the squad that he went with. He looks damn good on it. Manages to... I mean, Lina was ahead on last hits at the beginning, but he played super well into that counter matchup.
Yeah, I mean, he went max dagger. Not something we see all that often on Queen of Pain, and we've seen Queen of Pains get absolutely crushed in this lane. I will say Alone is probably one of the best up and coming mid laners in my opinion. Like he's just showed a lot of promise, and I won't say I don't really know too much about this safe lane player for them, Knight. He's kind of just caught people by surprise. I mean, this guy's owning. Like he's had a good game almost every single time.
Yeah, it's been super impressive. You were 50-50 in there, so you're not a big fan of this hero, but did he impress you with, building up in that battle fury, showing a little bit of hesitation before going in right away, even if the BKB was done? I think it was good. Excellent talents on him as well. And that one time where 3 of his teammates had died, he went in with the Tide Hunter. I thought they were crazy to try to go for that. It would be like game over for them, but he knew exactly how much damage he was able to output on the hero and tore Hokori apart there.
Yeah, it was a little 2v4. Just Ravage
Yeah.
into the perfect time tendrils. The chain stuns were there. Ursa just completely destroys them. Just shreds them apart. 16-1-12, absolutely great game from him. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this Thunder Awaken roster continues to grow. I hope this is the full roster at the end of the day. We'll see if they change things up eventually, but yeah, for now they look strong, man.
Yeah. I'm, as Nouns' manager, I'm sitting there in phase 3 of this thing, sweating a little bit as Thunder Awaken approaches.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully we're able to get as much practice in as Thunder Awaken is lately. But with 3 to 4 games a day here on the Pro Series, these teams are going to be pretty strong once the time phase 3 starts here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, should be a fun series of games to come ahead. But for tonight, we are all done. Tomorrow, we're going to be kicking things off with Thunder Awaken versus Infamous. So make sure to tune back in for that. Should be a lot of fun. There are 4 series tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
You will not want to miss it.
But they're going to miss us because it ain't us on the series tomorrow.
True. It's not going to be us. We're going to be leaving you all in the kind hands of ET and Kmart. And Neph and I
ET's not a kind man.
Oh, come on. He's a good lad.
He's a smart man, but not a kind one.
All right. Okay. Neph and I will return at a later date, but thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to all the teams today that played, and shout out to Beyond the Summit for putting this tournament together. My name is rkryptic. I'm here as always with Neph. We'll see you all soon. Have a wonderful night.